feeling. We got that feeling here in Jacksonville, FLA again. Jags improved to 9-4. We got Fred Taylor, our running back. Legends weekend here in Jacksonville, Florida. Fred, good morning. How are you, sir?
I am good, guys. Good, man. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday indeed. Victory Monday. All kinds of joy around here as the Jaguars get it done. And first place in the AFC South. Houston right on our tails. The Colts, boy, they're on life support. They're done. I mean, I lost a quarterback. Heartbreaking for that kid. But nonetheless, just some initial thoughts about the victory yesterday. Jags take it to the Colts, beating them, Fred, 11 straight times. Quirky thing here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, just an overall great team win by the Jaguars. I think they excel in every facet of the game. Defense was outstanding, limiting Jonathan Taylor to less than 75 yards,
Right.
Keeping them under 100 yards total as a team, as a unit. No sacks by the offensive line for the fourth time in this season, keeping Trevor upright. ETN explosive. The receiving core did a great job as a core. I think we had one drop maybe across the middle there. But overall, they made some big catches, big plays. And in the running game kept the Colts off balance. They had some big chunk plays in there as well. And they did a pretty decent job of protecting the football considering the conditions. The footing was awful, but the guys were upright. The feet were under them. They were prepared and ready for this game and walked away with the victory as they should have. Again, really good team. I think they've matured. This was a game where it wasn't a statement game, as I said yesterday. I think this was a separation game more so. And they did that, and they showed a lot of maturity, a lot of discipline, and I think they're ready to go.
Fred, you went through game plan changes during your career or the coaching regime, or you changed teams. Is there like a growth process? I mean, I look at this offense, and they seem to be playing so much better these last 2 or 3 games, especially Trevor, and I'm just wondering if some of that could be just the repetition month after month of getting just more comfortable in yourself and in the game plan?
I think it's all of the above. Okay. It's a bit of that. It's the cohesion with the coach, the repetition, the meetings, getting familiar with each other, getting confident with what you're good at. As you guys may have noticed, it seems that the more Trevor uses his legs, the better the offense goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes big play after big play with his legs. You welcome the return of Brenton Strange that allows the tight end position to have more confidence in the tight end position. You welcome the addition, the new addition of Jacoby Myers. He's been clutch. And also the return of Brian Thomas Jr. After 3 weeks off with a bad ankle. He's played superb in his return. So, I mean, it's just a combination of things, but I would like to give credit to the entire coaching staff. With the amount of injuries the Jaguars have had, yes, there hadn't been any season-ending injuries to the players, knock on wood, but the plug-and-play mentality, the next-man-up mentality, and it would seem that those guys are starters because you're not missing a beat. They continue to flow and strive. And the coaching staff deserves the credit for keeping those guys attentive and paying, extreme focus on the job at hand. And Furthermore, they control their own destiny in the division. And I do believe, with looking at the Colts' schedule, and this is just me throwing this in the atmosphere with a little optimism and faith and hope,
right,
that the Colts will falter, and I believe the Jags, as long as they handle their business, will get minimum that number 2 seed if those things go properly.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, just in looking at what we got left, and again, you still have to take care of business, but you're going to be big favorites over the Jets and the Titans, and those are 2 games that you should win. Then Indy looks, I mean, that was a gut punch yesterday.
They may not win again.
So, and they got to go to Seattle this week, Fred, and then they got San Francisco. So, I mean, they got a tough road to hoe. Houston's the team I'm concerned with, but you know what? We got a 1-game lead, so we just got to tend to keep it that way.
Fred, let me ask you the question this way. Can you give me
Uh-huh.
can you give me a realistic reason why this team can't go to the Super Bowl? I mean, compared to most years, it seems the path is a little bit more welcoming, right? There's no, 20-time defending champ Seattle or Kansas City sitting there. The Ravens aren't humming and rolling. I mean, it's. Tell me why. I mean, we're playing great. We got a great list of victims here. We've beaten a bunch of good teams. We're playing good football. We're stopping the run.
I mean,
A lot of traits.
there's no realistic reason.
Yeah.
I don't see one. Again, it's all about the Jaguars. It was always about the Jaguars, right? And regardless of who's out there, you got to play the games. You just remove the logos, remove the names from the jerseys, and that's who you have. And I think this team understands that focus, that sort of focus. They've been, somewhat up on a seesaw this season, playing good teams, playing bad teams, playing good teams, playing very bad teams, and just the back and forth. And you just have to maintain who you are, maintain your identity, your standard. I think they've identified what that is. Coach alluded to, the mental preparation that the team has put in place. They'll have a victory Monday, then they have Tuesday off, and then they got to do Wednesday's practice, the install, and they'll do a lot of that through visualization and mental reps and focus, which allows them to get out there and practice fast on Thursday and play fast on Sunday. I once upon a time had a coach who had my fingers crossed that let us get mental reps, but he wasn't with that. He was like, we're going shoulder pads every day. and that sometimes can discourage you, but I think they have their game plan in place and their approach, and it's working for them because, again, that just shows the growth and maturity of the players in that locker room to be able to handle that sort of responsibility that the coaches have placed on them.
Boy, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, and it seemed like I do it every week, but I got to give ETN credit, Fred. I think, he has had a wonderful season for this football team, carrying them at times. He runs hard, and he's over 900 yards now. He's closing in on 1,000, which means he'll get 1,000 hopefully this weekend in, what would that be, 14 games?
He'll probably get a career high. I think 1,100, about 11, low 11s is his career high. And
a couple of touchdowns yesterday and continues to play good football for this football team.
Yeah, we have been talking about Travis throughout the course of the season, man. He's I think he's playing more free, a lot more relaxed. He doesn't have that pressure. I think the load was lifted, especially after the trade of Tank Bigsby. He became a leader in that room, and his role has picked up. So he's played well, man. He's earned everything that he's gotten this year. Knock on wood, thankfully, he's stayed healthy. He still looks explosive. He's running hard. He's downhill. His vision is there. He's making the cuts. And he looks like, the guy that pulled up prior to his foot injury as a rookie 5 years ago. So big shout out to him for staying composed, and playing when his back is on the line. And, it would be good if the team can re-sign him. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Right.
They also have other, people to look out for. Similar player on the other side of the ball in Devin Lloyd, who took some time to get there. But this year is a Pro Bowl year. The NFL can't deny that he's had a Pro Bowl year with the amount of interceptions, turnovers, the influence that he's had this year. I mean, man, he's going to break the bank, and I'm happy for him.
I would agree with you on that. Here's an interesting side stat to ETN, and then you and Fred. Carried it 201 times. That's ninth most. No fumbles. 0.
Oh.
All the guys that have carried it like that, James Cook, 6 fumbles. Taylor has a fumble. McCaffrey has a fumble. Derrick Henry has 3. John Robinson has 3. So he's protected the football too. He's been very secure with it.
Yeah. Before we let you go ahead.
That alone keeps you on rosters, and that was another reason they shopped Tank Bigsby. I mean, because Tank is a good player. He's having success there in Philly, but Tank was always susceptible to letting the ball go. So, protecting the ball keeps you on rosters, man. So, I'm hoping Travis breaks his own personal single-season mark They're at 1125 is the number. So he's 200 yards shy of that with 4 games left. So I'm wishing him luck that he breaks it.
Did you happen to watch the Kansas City-Houston game last night?
Yeah, I watched bits and pieces of it.
See?
I was on a plane coming back. The
Right.
Wi-Fi was suspect.
Okay. I just wanted Andy Reid's a Hall of Fame coach, man. Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm with you. I already know where you're at.
Yeah, I
You
can't
do
believe
that.
he did that.
You
Hey.
can't. What was it? 10 minutes left in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter?
it's 10 to
Tie.
10. Tie game. They're on their
Defense playing great.
29, their own 29. I know you got Mahomes, but oh boy. And they had all the momentum. Yeah.
That was totally unlike Coach Reid. I mean, he sort of traveled back in time with that one. Or actually, he did travel back in time. But I mean, all the younger coaches are doing that aggressive stuff.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you there's not one analytic data set that says go for it right there.
They
I'm
say it's
sure
They said it was 3% to the positive. These nerds that have taken over the game with these computer programs, it's revenge of the nerds, Fred. It's revenge of the nerds.
Listen.
They've got all the decision making. They're throwing First of all, how do you have a sample size on whether you should go for it 4th and 1 at your own 29? No one's ever going to do that. So what analytics are you even using?
Wow.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what the nerds are doing, the quote-unquote nerds are doing, but I do know that the nerds are running the world,
Yes,
if
they
you want to
are.
talk about it. Now, that's a whole entirely different conversation.
You're telling me I should be
as
nice
it
to the
relates
nerds.
be nice to them. As it relates to, hey, I wish I were a nerd. I wish I was a little smarter.
Amen.
I ain't complaining, man. But yeah, as it relates to football, however, awful call. And I'm sure Coach Reid, I haven't seen a press conference.
He said he
but
blew it. He said he blew it.
Yeah.
He did. He owned it.
He
So,
got to stand in it
Yep.
because that was just bad. I mean, I'm sure if he can have it back, he wouldn't do it. But he was confident in his team, thought they would get it, and that's a whole nother conversation too. You got to live with it. So that's where they are. They might not make the playoffs with the way things are shaping up, but I'm sure they're going to continue to push forward and see how their season unfolds.
Well, let's keep it rolling, man. Let's take care of the Jets and get double digits. That's rarefied air for this franchise. 10 wins, I think 6-7 times maybe in the 31 years. So
The Jags are 12.5-point favorites. The last time they were a favorite as large as 12.5 points, Fred Taylor was on the roster.
Ooh.
I don't remember that game. I couldn't tell you which one it was, but it's been that long, Freddie.
Thank you, Freddie, for giving us a 12.5 point favorite game.
Yeah, I don't. What was this? A 99?
Yeah, I don't
maybe?
know. I don't. That's a big spread. But yeah, even the Jags' good years, they haven't been.
Did you say what year it
12.5
was?
point. I have not seen
Okay.
that part. I just saw.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I would assume or guess that it would be 99.
Yeah.
We put up points on
Yeah.
Oh,
everyone.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. So
I didn't even know point spreads existed
Yeah,
back then. I
good,
was just
right,
playing
good.
ball.
Yeah.
Good
Just
answer.
like fantasy football. I didn't know that
Yeah,
either.
good answer.
All right, my man.
But I love fantasy football now.
Yeah, I know it's fun. See what
Appreciate
you're
you.
missing on.
Have a great week, Freddie.
Thank you, Freddie.
Have a good one, guys.
There he
Yep.
goes. That's our guy, Fred Taylor.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey here, thanking you so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube. But before you click away, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and be sure to check out our other team-specific channels on the 1010XL network on YouTube.